Welcome back to the lesson. In our last video, we've successfully stored our student class inside of our database, which you can take a look. We have two classes now inside of our database. So in this video, we're going to be creating our manage classes sections. So we're going to start by adding our manage class submenu inside of our student class menu. So let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and navigate to our sidebar section inside of our code. Now let's go to our sidebar section right here. Let's go ahead and expand this window. Okay, something like this. So under the create class submenu, we're going to go ahead and copy this. Copy, and then let's go ahead and paste this right here. And this time around, we're going to go ahead and call this manage classes. Manage classes, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and create our routes that says manage classes. Okay, now let's go ahead and create this route manage classes. Let's go to our web.php file. Inside of our classes controller group, let's go ahead and copy this route, paste it down below here, and then let's go ahead and copy our new route name, manage class. Okay, let's go ahead and paste it right here, update this. Let's go ahead and update our URL to manage classes. Copy this and paste this, and then our method, we're going to go ahead and create manage classes method. So let's go ahead and copy our method name. Now let's head over to our classes controller, and then under our store class method, let's go ahead and create our new method, public function manage classes, like so. Let's go ahead and say end method, just so to know that our method is ended right here. Okay, our manage classes method is going to return a view, and inside of the view we're going to be displaying our student classes. So first of all, we need to go ahead and fetch our student classes. So let me go ahead and say classes, like so, is equals to, let's go ahead and call our classes model, classes, like so. Let's say all. This method, this all method, is going to get the entire classes inside of our classes table. So it's going to get everything inside of our classes table. So that's basically what the all method simply means. So now that we get all of our stored student classes from our database, now let's go ahead and return our view, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and create our view inside of our backend, inside classes folder, and then I'm going to go ahead and call our view manage classes view, like so. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and pass our classes to this our view using the compact method, like so, and say classes. Now with this, we can go ahead and show all of our available student classes inside of our manage classes view. So let's go ahead and create our manage classes view. Okay, here is not // but dot inside backend class, and then we're going to have a view called manage classes view. So let's go ahead and copy this. Let's go ahead and create our view inside of our, let me do this, resources, views, inside backend, and inside classes, I'm going to go ahead and create another view called manage classes view.blade.php, something like this. So for our manage classes view, we're going to be using a data table to display all available student classes. So first of all, let me go ahead and extend our header, sidebar, and also our footer sections. So let me go ahead and find that right inside of our create classes view. Okay, let me go ahead and copy this. Copy, let's go back to our manage classes view and paste this. And then I'm going to go ahead and end our section, like so. Say end section, and now let's go ahead and save our file, save all. Let's optimize our application. Let's say php artisan optimize. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look. Now let's refresh our application. Alright, as you can see now we have our manage classes submenu right here. So let's go ahead and click on that. We're going to be taken to a blank page. We are having this error message. The get method is not supported for route. Okay, actually we forgot to change our route method. It's not post, it's supposed to be get. So get something like this, and now let's go ahead and save our file. Let's optimize our code once again. PHP artisan optimize, because we made changes to our web.php file. So now let's go ahead and refresh our application. Now this error should be gone. Yes, as you can see now we are presented with a blank page, because all we did to our manage class view is actually we go ahead and extend our admin's dashboard, which contains only our header section, the sidebar, and also the footer sections. So now we're going to be loading the data table, which can be found inside of our project main theme. If you come down here to tables, you're going to see data tables. Okay, these are all our available data tables that we can grab and go ahead and tweak or manipulate to our own liking. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. So let me go ahead and find a specific file inside of our project exercise file with the title tables data table.html. Alright, now let's navigate to our project exercise file. Inside the backend theme, let's find this specific file called datatables.html. So let's go ahead and do that. That says tables. Yes, tables datatables.html. so this is the file we're looking for. So let's go ahead and open with VS Code, open with Visual Studio Code. Okay, just open. Alright, this is our file. So basically what we need from this file is basically our first data table, which is right here, that is titled default data table. So let's go ahead and find a specific default data table. So let's go back to our code. Let's go ahead and close our file explorer to get more room. And now let's go ahead and say view word wrap to get rid of overflow. Okay. Alright, as you can see, this is our header section. So let's minimize this. And also our sidebar section. Let's go ahead and minimize this as well. Okay, yes, this is now our main content sections. So let's go ahead and find our specific table. Okay, I think we have found our table, which default data table. Yes, exactly. This is our table. This is the data table we are looking for. As you can see, it's inside rows, column 12, and cards. So this is basically the code segment I'm looking for. As you can see, it's very long. Let me go ahead and minimize this. Okay, let's go ahead and copy this. Copy. Now let's go back to our manage classes view. In between our sections, let's go ahead and paste this. Okay. Now let's go ahead and minimize this. As you can see, we have a very long code that we copied. So let's go ahead and minimize this. And of course, we should not forget our page title section, which is basically this section right here. As you can see, we don't have it right here. So let's go ahead and include that. So now let's go back to our create class view. And yes, this is basically our header section. Okay, page title. Let's copy this, go back to our manage classes, paste this right here, and then our title should be manage student classes. Manage student classes, and this should be manage classes. Okay, this is our default data tables. So let's go ahead and take a look, save our file, and now let's go back to our application. Let's refresh. Now we have our data tables loaded inside of our project, but we are of course missing some functionalities. Let me go ahead and show you something. If you come over here, like the show entries here by the left hand side, and also the search input field here by the right hand side is not visible as well in our data table. So let's go ahead and include that. So to do that, we need to go back inside of our project source code, inside of our data tables page, we need to copy some JavaScript paths that are related specifically to our data tables. So let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go down here to our script sections. As you can see right here, we have required data tables JS. So we need to copy this JS script like so, copy them. And now let's go ahead and add it to our main admin dashboard page. Let's go ahead and say view admin dashboard. Okay, now let's come down below here, paste it right here, and then we need one more file path. Let's go back to our tables. Okay, this is it right here, data tables init.js. Let's go ahead and copy this file as well. Go back to our admin dashboard. Now let's go ahead and paste it down below here, and we of course need to update the path just like before. As you can see, it's inside asset backend and then access the remaining path. So let's go back here and then update our path like so. Say asset, it's going to be backend / and then now let's go ahead and let me close this window, and then now let's go ahead and copy this, copy, paste it right here and here as well, paste. And now let's go ahead and update our path, cut this, paste this right here, cut this one as well, paste it right here, and let's go ahead and paste you right here. Okay, so friend, that's all you need to do for the data table. Now let's go ahead and save our file, save, and now let's go back to our application, refresh. Yes, as you can see now, our show entries and also our search input field is visible. So let me go ahead and say 33, copy this, 33. Yes, as you can see now, our search functionality is successfully working. How cool is this? As you can see, everything is ready made in this our admin's template. So of course, this is very awesome, as everything is included, so we don't have to create this functionality ourselves. Everything is ready made from our admin template, so that's very cool. And as you can see, we also have paginations. That's very cool, So friend, that will be it for this video, and in our next video we're going to be populating our data tables with our student class that we already fetched from our database and also passed to this our view from inside our classes controller, which is right here. So we have already fetched our student class and we also pass it to this view. So in our next video we're going to be using this class variable to populate our data tables with our student classes. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.